Now, here's what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be taking a look at both palettes individually. I'm gonna walk you through different eye looks that I did over the course of the past couple of weeks. I have been playing with this so much and wearing this so much because I wanted to really go deep and not just do a first impression on these two palettes. Let's just like take a cannonball leap into this first palette right here, which is the gold palette. This is stunning. You have some metallics, mattes, duochromes, toppers. You really get a nice mix of everything. I do really, really love this. So the price tag on this one is $125. I know, right? I like, stop. That's just, is that right? It's even more than what I thought. Wow. It's not $125. It's $129. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I'm recommending this, but I'm going to. Let's just get into it. So the first thing that I did was I took the shade Aurora right here, which is so gorgeous. I mean, this shade is just so stunning. It inspired me to pick this nail polish out. That's why I'm wearing this nail color. So I pressed this on the inner corners of my eye, and I did the technique where you take it on one hand here on the fingertip, one hand here on the fingertip. So you are not going hands on here, press, press, and then moving your arm weird by any means. You're actually taking it on both hands. So you're really getting like an even press in with that color. Then I went right into the star of the show, Oro, which is just, look at that. I mean, oh my God. Ah. It's like Willy Wonka's golden ticket. Like this is just like the perfect gold that is also mustardy and has a lot of richness to it. And when you mix these two together, you get this stunning kind of peacock golden teal type of a thing, which I really love. And something that I like to do, and I'm going to try and illustrate on the back of my hands to better teach you guys. I'm going to take two fingers, one with the teal, one with the gold. So let's pretend this is my eye. So I'm pressing, 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 pressing. And then I go to the center of the eye and I press, press, press. Then I go back with the hand that has the teal on it. And that's how I kind of get this to mesh up. And then when you're done with your makeup, you can always either take a brush, go back in with your fingertip and intensify either side. And it really just gives you this beautiful, beautiful look. I love it. I think it's stunning, eye-catching. You can work with loud and soft colors simultaneously, and it just is quick. So then from there, I went into the shade Teak, and I also took my fingertip and I just went on that outer edge of the eye and I pressed it in and did a little pat, pat, pat. I did take a brush and I kind of fanned a little bit of that color in through the crease. I smoked out the lower lash line. I went in with some colorful liners, popped on some lashes, boom, out the door, done. The far left row in this palette is really what grabs my eye. I think these colors are so stunning and they make the whole thing feel very, very special. Then we have Sandstone, Alchemist, Teak, and REM. Now looking in here, you might think, wow, a lot of the mattes look exactly the same, and they do because they are very, very similar, but they work together and they build and blend and buff together so beautifully. I love this palette more than I thought I would. I think I will be reaching for it a ton. I think it is so perfect for this time of year for fall looks, but I do think carried into holiday, it's going to be such a gorgeous palette to have all those glittery golds and, you know, fun greens. I just think this is such a beautiful palette. Moving into the Safari palette, which, do I just tell you guys right now if I had to pick one or the other, what I'm going to pick? What do you think? What do you think? I'm going to pick the gold palette. I'm a girl that likes a lot of shine. I can't help myself. It's what I'm attracted to. If you're someone that just wants to invest in one thing and you want it to perform so well, then I think you can't really go wrong with this. I mean, this is every matte shade you really could need, with the exception of maybe some cooler toned chocolatey browns and maybe a more pale cream white shade. But beyond that, like, this will get you very, very far. So I want to go through the look that I am wearing today so that you guys have an idea of what I did. I did use my fingers again a little bit. I can't help myself. I'm back in that mode. So the first thing that I did was I took my time with the shade Desert Date, which is just so bright and so orange, and you can see that it's fluffed pretty high up to my brow, and it really is the backdrop for this whole look. And I think I will have a hard time going into any other shade first when opening this palette because it is such a beautiful and easy to blend shade. So I did blend that out and buff that out, and I did kind of pack it a little bit heavier on the outer corner, kind of knowing where I wanted to land with doing a very smoky matte look today, which is super, super challenging, by the way. Usually a smoky eye, I like to have a little bit of a satin finish or a shimmer or lighter shades that I'm working with. But to be able to pull off a look like this completely matte is pretty cool. You know, it's pretty good. After Desert Date, I went into the shade Tribe. Now, Tribe has more depth and is much more orange. It's not like this bright corally kind of orange. It's just like straight orange. And it is intense. For me, I just wanted to intensify the crease and make it look a little bit more heavy in the lower crease, and then that other color is going to kind of fluff out and create that kind of gradient effect that I really like. And then I decided to just go kind of crazy, and I took the shade Savannah, which is this beautiful army green, and I packed this all over the lid. So when I pack things on the lid, I do not pull. What I do is I take the color where I want it and I pack it in. I press, and I build it up to how I like it. Your eyelids have texture to them, and as we age, it only gets worse. So I really like kind of tilting back, smoothing my lid out as much as I can through raising my eyebrows, and then just really kind of pressing and almost pushing down. And then what I did is I took a brush and I took the shade Thorn, and I just kind of accentuated that outer edge a little bit, pulled a little bit of color through to make sure that there was no choppiness between this, you know, green shade and the orange. And that was pretty much it. I smoked out the lower lash line above. Let's go through the color swatches for the Safari palette. So we have Malia, we have Fata Moringa, Rhino, Stone, Savannah, Aya, Thorn, Desert Date, Shea, Tribe, Lotus, Amhara, Masai, Voodoo, and Tamarind. I think I'm going to be stuck on these for a minute. I really, really, really love these. I did also try this little guy, which is more affordable. They have these, obviously it's like miniaturized version. These are really cute. I think they're like 25 or 29, and it allows you to kind of sample the Natasha Denona formula, if you will. So these are cute. Why do I always do that? I swatch with like a finger that has nothing on it. These are really, really great. They have kind of a berry toned version of this. This is a mini star palette, which is one that I have raved about. That actually is the one that I used on my wedding. But I am happy that I was able to, on camera, film a couple of looks for you guys. I have a third one that I will insert right now that's just kind of in fast forward that mixes both of the palettes together. So, you know, this is like fall dreams, fall goals as far as color. I love it so, so much. What do you guys think? Do you think spending this much money on shadow is ridiculous? Do you think if you price it apart and you look at how many pans you get in a palette like this, is it justified? I don't know. As a makeup lover and someone super obsessed with all things to do with makeup, the thing that most excites me about these is the difference in color and how unique the setup is, and then also how everything sticks and adheres to the lid and is very reflective, and then for the mattes to buff out and blend the way they do, it is something very, very special. So Natasha, you did it again. We're all going broke.